Let's stand and do the pledge. Come on, Bob, turn around.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Here. You can't say here. Roll call?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay, Bailey, present. Frylet.
Here.
Dupuy. Here. LeBady. Mahaffey. Montgomery.
Here.
Mr. Smith.
Here.
Mr. Swartz. Mr. Richards.
Yep.
Okay.
Any correspondence?
No.
Okay. Approval of meeting minutes?
I move to approve the minutes of
May 14th.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Can you spell your name wrong, anything like that?
Does that have to be clarified as including the public hearing? Yeah. It's all just one, right?
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried.
No, there's no correspondence tonight.
Okay. Any citizen comment?
Yeah, just a couple. I haven't been getting the meeting minutes, although there's only one. But under FOIA, I filled one out for 6 months.
I'll get it out.
Thanks.
Sorry.
That's all right. Including cancellations, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay. When the township asked the planning commission to do a project like the tall grasses and stuff, is there a paper trail on that, or does it come over verbally?
It kind of just gets here.
It just verbally, sort of just kind of comes and goes, so.
We have a representative down there that's supposed to speak for the township board.
Okay.
And the one thing we're looking at right now is a codification that we're going to send it back to them.
Okay. As of December of last year, Michigan State added to the Open Meetings Act. I don't know if you're aware of it or not. Meetings, minutes, cancellations, special meetings, ZBA meetings are all to be published on the website within, special meetings within 18 hours of the meeting.
Okay, you have to go to the township board and talk to them about
That's
that.
the clerk's responsibility, isn't
Okay.
it? Isn't it for all of them? I think it is.
It is, yeah. So
I think he's supposed to notify her to do it, correct?
As I understand it, it is her job. But I don't know how the correspondence goes back and forth.
To notify of the meeting, or?
You have 18 hours of a special meeting, so if you change the date, and the meetings should be posted on the website, and I believe they are, although this year's meetings, as much as they were posted out there, we didn't have the first 2 or 3. All I want to do is be able to come to meetings.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
No problem.
That's basically all I want to do. That's it.
Okay.
Thanks.
The only one we didn't have was February.
And one in March?
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
January 8th.
Yeah,
March 12th.
March 12th,
March
April
12th.
2nd.
May 14th?
Yeah, but we didn't have it on the first Tuesday, we had it on the second Tuesday.
Well, they were the second or fourth Tuesday, weren't they? And they switched.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
We changed the
Right, that I was aware of.
oh, okay. That really throw you.
Okay. Anything from the township board representative?
No, I have nothing.
ZBA?
The ZBA did meet on May 21st, and in the matter of a variance request from Ruth Ann Cherney, who lives at 6755 State Road. She wanted to build a garage to replace the one she has. And her lot, or that lot is zoned R1C, which requires a 20-foot side yard setback. And we, because of the nature of her lot, the back end of it is, I don't know if it's officially wetlands, but it's really wet. And so she couldn't, she was requesting essentially to move the garage 4 feet so she could have a 10-foot side yard. And that was very...
Wait a minute, it's a 20-foot, but she wanted to move it 4 feet?
It was already 14, it was already 14 feet from the
Existing garage.
existing.
Oh, okay.
So essentially, she wanted to build a new garage, 10 feet, and anyway, we unanimously granted the variance. The other property, the other homes and garages in the neighborhood, one right next to her is 5 feet from the property line. So it really doesn't change the nature of things.
Was that a variance too?
No, not by us.
No.
It's just there. We just noticed it. When we went there, that it was 5 feet from the.
How big are these lots where she's at?
I think hers is 100. I'm going to say 160, something like that.
160 foot wide?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know where
where it is.
67, 55 is. It's Bill Wilton's. You know where Bill Wilton's lived in Myrtle Road?
Mm-hmm.
You got Bill Wilton's house, it's the blue one, right at the end of Myrtle Road, on State on the west side. Okay. And the next house, then there's a vacant lot, which is owned by his brother Jim, I believe. And then there's the next lot is his brother Jack Wilton, and then she is the sister of them. And she's in her mother's old house. So that's on the east side of the road? West side.
West side.
West side. Yeah. Right after the trees, pine trees. There's open field.
Most of that out there is zoned agricultural, but there's, how many lots would there be in that group? And there's like about,
Okay.
Maybe more than that. But they're all
Might be 5.
very deep and pretty
Yeah, they go
much
back
frontage.
600 feet or something.
But it's all soaked back there, you know. It's which is why she couldn't have just built her garage further back, and then it wouldn't have mattered how close to the. So anyway.
Okay. New business, election officers for 2013-14. Want to be chair next year?
Did we skip
Well,
zoning
see, I'm
administrator?
up for renewal, they might not
Yeah, he's
renew
not
me,
here.
so we might as well on.
So yeah, we did. I just wrote not present.
All right. I might have missed something.
Okay,
We just skipped election of officers and move on?
No, well, we're doing the chair right now.
You'll be the chair? I'll be the assistant chair?
Okay.
I don't know what that means. So I'll be the vice chair or whatever?
I don't have many powers for chair.
I want to be like vice president because they never do anything. Yeah. If you want to be that, we can make you that tonight.
Tonight only.
You want to be the president, you said?
No, vice. Assistant chairman, what do we call him? You like to be
Vice.
the assistant to the assistant. Oh, I'll support your thing, Paul.
Okay.
I'll nominate Bob to be secretary.
Oh, I'm not up.
Oh, you're not.
Fire me and then hire me.
No. I withdraw my nomination.
Yeah, the only one up is,
Okay.
Why?
I don't.
We always do election in the spring.
Well,
Yeah, I know.
Did we change that?
I'm looking at, I looked at it on here and
We always did the whole thing.
mine's till June of 2014.
Now, is that your appointment to the board?
No, that's your appointment to the board.
Yeah, I think annually we have to.
Oh,
We annually do the
you're
offices.
right, you're right.
So I will re-nominate
Okay.
Bob.
Want the vice chair?
Huh?
What?
Put Larry down for vice chair.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Need a second first for,
Bob?
Bob?
Second, Bob.
all right.
I'll second.
Okay, who we going for vice chair?
Larry.
Larry? Too bad, Larry.
Smart people would have showed up. I'll support her.
Okay.
At least this election, they're all yours.
Yeah, I have had to find it the hard way. Okay,
Yeah, he's getting through.
Any discussion?
any others?
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Congratulations.
I think well, did you guys get the attendance sheet for?
Yeah, you got it right there.
No, I haven't.
That's it, right? Yeah, just check it.
Just put a P with present for
For today.
Right.
today, and then I know.
Is
you
it
see
correct for you for the rest of the previous 6 to 8 months or whatever it was?
Year.
You know, there's only 4 or 5 slots figured out.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. You all set on that then?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, old business, codification of this goofy book. I would like to send that back to wherever it came from, with a letter stating that, please send this back to whoever made it up and make the corrections based on George's comments, Bill Besch's comments, and,
When you say send it back to wherever it came from, you talking about to wherever it came from here?
well, it came from the clerk's office,
Right.
so give it back to clerk.
Okay.
And who else we got comments from, honestly?
O'Reilly or Roddy?
Mike Riley, yeah, and
He's still working.
Mine were the illustrations.
Yeah.
That's mostly the biggest
That's
issue.
the biggest issue. I think,
The other one though was the standalones, like you were talking about, that
And,
isn't.
and also that all standalone ordinances need to be put in it. And the one that we noticed was the subdivision ordinance that was never put into it. And Bill Besch on his had another ordinance that was not on there, and somebody needs to go through those and make sure they're all in there. Does that-
Yeah, she did find those ones that, which you showed me, she found them. Yeah, this is the subdivision ones right here.
Okay,
That's that thick.
right.
So,
And then, they need to have somebody look at it, because like, there's stuff, okay, like, we talked about, if you go into the section called land usage, and they got one there for building regulations, which is talking about adoption electrical code. That has nothing to do with land use. Why is it under land use?
I think that, you're on like that page 3? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I think that's there because it just spells out that that's the code that we follow.
That code pertains to building houses, it has nothing to do with land use.
And your land usage is, don't you need,
I can see,
if you're putting a building there, it's the use of the land.
well, let them justify that.
Well, that's fine, but I think that's what that is, that's all.
Okay.
They have the building code there too, though, Paul, right below it, so, I mean, they have both together.
It's to be an administrative section of the book, not a land use.
You know, when they put the building for the, anyway, it doesn't have, I don't know why we wouldn't have like the, okay, you got the electrical inspector, you need the mechanical inspector and the,
Yeah, you said where are the plumbing and mechanical?
Yeah, where's the
I mean,
rest
are
of
they,
it?
right.
Yeah,
so you gotta
it's-
put them in, put them all in there.
right.
Yeah, they should all be together, wherever the other two are. Are they even in here?
Yeah,
I didn't see them,
I don't know where they're at.
but I haven't read the whole
Well,
book.
maybe we should put a note, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we
In
use.
a light district, I'm not sure, that they set up a lit district based on, for taxing purposes, to pay for lighting. Why would that be under land use?
I thought what they were doing was trying to refer to if it was a subdivision, so.
I'm not sure.
Did you, speaking of that, not to get off the side or anything, did you see that they put that new road sign up down on Metcalf Road? And you cross over towards the lake, they put a dead end street,
For what road?
Metcalf?
Not a dead end.
Technically it is, because Sheldon subdivision is a private subdivision, so
Private subdivision.
somehow they must have talked the county into finally doing it.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Maybe very dead. Whatever. I ain't gonna worry about it.
But see, in our zoning book, this is actually where we start, is right here, on page 17. I don't know why they flew around with the floodplain and all this stuff up
Well,
here.
floodplain, I could see where that may have something to do with
Impact
it.
land use, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, but our book here actually starts with this one, page 17.
Right.
It's not, our stuff wasn't
Right.
in that one.
right. But also, if you go back under section general regulations, which is Title 9,
Yeah.
they have streets and sidewalks, and all that is a private road ordinance, and there's nothing in that ordinance that has anything to do with sidewalks. And why isn't it back in land use?
You'd have to ask the,
Okay, well, whoever we paid a whole bunch of money to should justify this. Well,
I mean, the problem is, I'm not exactly sure how they should be organized, and probably you aren't either, really.
but that makes no sense to me.
No, I get that, on the face of it, it doesn't to me either, but perhaps that's the way they are. If that were explained to me, I'd say, okay, I just have to readjust, my thinking, but I agree with you on the face of it, it doesn't, and I don't think any of us at the table are competent to say, yeah, this is right or wrong.
Right. Well,
The way it's organized.
let these guys that we paid a whole bunch of money to explain to us why they set the
idea.
book up this way,
No.
And I didn't go through the whole book, them are just things I picked up because there are things that I worked with.
See, they feel that they put this book together the way that it's supposed to be. No.
Well, explain to us why it's supposed to be that way, is all I'm asking.
Well, and how do you want them to do that, I guess? I don't want to be
Well,
taken.
explain to why section
And I don't have a problem.
is where it's at instead of back under land use.
So do we need to write these questions down and ask for,
Well, that's what I'm thinking about.
do we write these things down and ask for an explanation in
Well,
writing?
but-
Or do we ask
We're
to
not gonna
have a
think of
meeting?
anything tonight.
Do we ask to have a meeting with the?
That's what
publishers?
needs to be done,
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but.
is have a meeting with the publisher and with the
Okay.
clerk.
But let's get a bunch of this stuff fixed up, let's get all the things that have been noted that,
There's some obvious things that
Right.
are just missing, or as Bob caught, a lot of these illustrations are simply in the wrong place.
the book is useless without the illustrations in the right area.
Yeah.
Well, probably what needs to be done is we need to take all those comments and sit down and look and make, I mean, some of them that we did figure out they weren't really something we need to deal with. I know some of the stuff that was on Bill's sheet was.
Well, I'm sure there's stuff that
Yeah.
doesn't need to.
Should we go through it? Through all the comments from, with Mike Riley and the Georgia stuff and the stuff from Bill Besh? And anybody else that's got anything to add and put it on the list?
Yeah, I think they need to see
And
the
send the
list.
letter?
So, yeah, beforehand, I mean, you just can't bring them to a meeting and pop this list.
No, I'm saying, give
we're
this
gonna-
back to the township board. They were the ones that put this thing together.
Ask them to address.
And
the
here is the
issues of these.
information that we see. Please, whoever you're working with on this, sit down with them, get it straightened out.
Right. Well, some of it's pretty critical, like there were no maps in here.
Right.
Did it, we never did get the maps?
That's supposed to be coming is what I was told.
Mike said that they were done already.
Yeah, exactly, but I haven't heard no more, I haven't seen nothing.
If we adopt this thing, it supersedes everything
Well,
else.
we can't adopt it, it's not
No,
right. The creator of worst mess.
I mean, the worst that's gonna happen is we're still using this. We just-
The book we
never got
have
it, that's all.
covers everything.
Yeah.
Well, probably doesn't cover everything.
Except that we
There's always
need-
something.
But other than the illustrations, I think the biggest thing is the standalones, is where they.
standalone, and explain to us why things are scattered all over the book.
Mhm.
Well, should we add a few more questions to the list we're gonna give them, or just give them what we have?
That's it.
Well,
I mean,
no
is there
matter
a
what,
pump?
we're not gonna vote to catch every
No.
one of them yet.
But is there a plumbing or mechanical code in this book? I mean, does anybody know that?
Well, if you go to the Title I, General Provisions,
Mhm.
the page 1, General Code Construction, General Penalty, I would think that that stuff that's in the land usage, the 150 through 153 should probably be up here.
Yeah. It'd make more sense up here. With general
Which one's
construction
that?
code.
Well, what that is it explains how the book is laid out. I don't know why it starts at 10 though.
That isn't what I thought it was. Is it what you thought it was?
No. Well, read the first one.
What are you looking for?
I'm just looking.
See, like under Title III, you got tax and finance. Under administration, I would think that's where that lighting district belongs. Or under public works, I guess. I don't, it's really not public works.
Yeah, somebody was asking me about the General Road on the lake there and that. What does that mean, where it is?
Yeah, well, isn't there some standalone ordinances regarding to the General Beach?
Years ago, there was a,
That's all over the
Yeah, but were those ordinances
It wasn't an,
appealed, or repealed, I should say?
it wasn't an ordinance.
Parking schedules, parking. Oh, yeah, it's under parking, the other road.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
it's Santa.
Really?
Yeah, so General Road Beach is under traffic code.
You want a fire engine, it's
Seven.
$380 an hour per unit. My house is on fire, just bring one.
Don't cost you nothing, bring them all. Don't cost you nothing, your township resident.
And that may be the only one we have.
Wasn't there also an ordinance in regards to the opening and closing of that park? and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
we're still talking about that.
That's his.
Well, this here,
It's gone?
Yeah.
We noticed there's no plumbing
10 years,
code or mechanical
give it the
code.
years, but it's over.
Mentioned in-
It's open all the time now.
And didn't Schultz, they had that all cleaned up? Hey, it's cleaned up.
Dave's possible, but
Okay. Got the wrong one.
I don't even think Schultz is there anymore.
Oh, no?
Pass that sheet down to Todd so he can check it.
You did.
He's already
Got it.
We're
We're
having,
having
I think he's objecting.
Don't they have 3 meetings on there that?
He didn't think he was here at that one?
Thanks, Bob.
So is it
That's
possible the one that lives
today's,
right next to the
A little
general?
north, yeah.
Yes.
Grand Blue, the wolf.
north of it.
Oh, you got a red mark.
Do not pay.
So is the board working on this too, Al, for their part, or this is strictly
The
us?
board thinks it's done.
Why would they think it's done?
The board just wants us to say, yeah, okay, that's all right, go ahead. Implement it.
They think it's done just because
It
we
was-
spent a lot of money on it, or?
Well, yeah, it was done by the clerk, I believe, and the supervisor. They were the ones that dealt
Just
with,
the clerk.
well, okay,
Okay, okay, it'd be the clerk or the supervisor's blessing.
yeah. If the person that was hired to do this came in, I wouldn't even know. It could have been Robert, for all I know.
Myself,
Can I
I
offer,
Huh?
can I offer 2 cents worth?
2 cents.
would not that much.
The original book, I've been able to go through that on a PDF and search for anything, and I have searched for a ton of things in there. And I see you looking at a new version of that and not knowing what's in it or where it is. If they were to provide you that in a PDF format, you could do searches on whatever you want to search on. Noise and ordinance is an example, where it is, what it says. And I've just found that extremely useful. I put the entire thing on my website. I also have it on DVD. This isn't going to be put on DVD until it's okay. But just as everybody's trying to go through it, I see you going through a lot of paperwork, switching back and forth. Whereas if you have a question because it's your business, or some interest in where is this located, the quickest way to do it is through a search on PDF, in my opinion. And I've been able to look up all kinds of things just doing that.
They just do a word search?
Just do a word search, yeah. And it points out exactly how many times it is, where it is, what pages it's on.
But there's no PDF for this?
There should be. There certainly should be. That thing isn't typed. It's
gotta be somewhere.
It's got to be in a Word document somewhere,
Yeah.
and the Word document can be saved as a PDF. And so if each of you were provided with a PDF format of it, and in addition to that, if you do a PDF, you can do them one of 2 ways. You can do one where you can't change anything, but you can also do one where you can highlight things and make little notes and boxes and all that kind of stuff.
So how did you come about to get it then?
He's got this version.
I don't have the old
got this
version, I don't have the new version.
Oh, okay.
Here's
I've
the
been-
report.
I have the old book.
And who put it in PDF?
Well, I bought it on CD, or I want it on
Can't you
a
get a
CD,
Yeah.
which you guys sell.
Yeah.
And who put it on PDF, I may have. It depends on what format it was in. It may have come in a PDF.
And who put it to CD to begin with?
We have,
Yeah.
not this one.
The old one.
This will be when it's,
Yeah.
The current one we're
You're
using.
supposed to have the same stuff in it.
She
Yeah.
made it, put it on a CD.
It's
Yeah,
not,
it's
I guess I
open-
wasn't even aware of
It's
that.
open to the public, I think you can purchase it for $10.
I think it was
or
$10,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
you can't
bought it.
change it, right?
Right,
that version,
yeah. But for you, the board, you could have it asked as a PDF that you can make notes on. It's very easy to do, so if you run across something, you kind of highlight it with a little yellow marker, and a little box will pop up, and you can say, this is in the wrong place, or I don't really like the wording of this, or it doesn't match the old book. And then that all goes back to the clerk, and she should be able to
Oh, yeah.
just, I think it helps alleviate a lot of trying to go through a ton of paperwork. Because I would never have been able to find the things that I was looking for specifically if it wasn't in a PDF format, and it makes it really easy. That was 4 cents.
Do you want to change?
Just give it a nickel.
Round up.
On.
All right.
Well,
yeah,
Bill
good
Besh
job.
had, in his notes, I lost my notes,
I've
had
got this.
a reference to another
Well,
ordinance
wait,
that was
I
missing.
mean, I will need it just a second.
I'll email it to you right away.
We think an extra one.
Yeah, I can't
And I
do
don't have
it. But like
Riley's.
you say, some
Huh?
of them,
Oh.
he has it.
You don't have Riley's?
Already, so.
We have to read it.
Just for, not for this one, just for,
Yes.
for what we have right now.
Yeah, I wonder if we could get a disc for this one, there must be.
You know, there was two parts to
That
it.
was part of the
I
deal.
think that one he did not already. Yeah.
I don't know for sure. I don't know the volunteer. Was involved in the country already. I've been not involved at all, so. Well, I don't take so many times since we are on board, but they kind of just threw it on our lap, though, so.
No. That's just stuff.
We said here, this is what it is. They took it, switched it, and it's all wrong now. So I
Yeah, they didn't want
to try
to,
to.
so.
So Paul, what are you thinking down there?
I think if they were to take what we've got from Riley, Besh, Baldwin,
I've never seen Riley's.
well,
He doesn't give us anything.
You have this, yeah.
I haven't seen Riley's yet either. But he mentioned there's some issues with it. And we did reference and talk to Mike Riley, he's also got comment. And just fix what you currently know, it gives you somewhere to start.
Well,
And then they need to have somebody go page by page through the stupid book and make sure the stuff is there.
You say fix it, but just because we think it needs to be fixed doesn't necessarily mean that it does. I mean,
Granted,
Well, we're the ones
but
that.
they need to answer our concerns at least.
yeah.
So,
You know,
I mean,
if they say this is the way it's gotta be, that's the way it's gotta be. It's just, it doesn't make any sense for me to be the electrician in the land usage section, you know?
Well, it seems to be missing some stuff too.
Yeah.
so
Here, did you get this? Yeah, you got this, right?
Yeah.
Sure, okay, and then
that- Well, what do
two
we,
from Bill?
Yeah. I don't know, it's gotta be.
so are we going to send a letter to the clerk or what do you? what do you
Well,
think?
we gotta go back to the board, the board's gonna send it to us, and they can do what they want with it.
All right, well, let's do it then.
So you just want the board to fix it?
Well, the board is the one who's got the contract with the company that's putting this stupid thing together, they gotta fix it.
So you want the board to take
You know what's gonna happen,
all these references,
and send them,
address it,
Right.
and meet with.
And then the stuff, the comments we had regarding why is private roads not under land usage versus administrative stuff, you know? It just doesn't seem like a very good layout. That's what I think should be done.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as concerned about the layout as I am with missing information.
Well, the missing information is probably the most critical, but as far as ease of use, if you're supposed to be able to go to a section of the book for something to do with land usage, and you're looking for stuff on a private road, and they've got it mislabeled under sidewalks
Right.
in a totally different section of the book, it doesn't do much to enhance the ease of use.
Right.
But see, all that would take, possibly all that might take is where the 92 is in the beginning. And then, you know, add private roads.
As long as
I mean,
we're-
the index is, well, the table of contents is there. I mean, if you look at the table of contents, you could go, you know, find what you want.
Yeah, but it's like,
Whether we think it's in the right spot or not.
Why would you put it under general regulations on how to lay out a private road? You know, that's a land usage issue, in my opinion.
just like Paul was talking about on subdivisions, I mean, there's so many pages it was when it was in a standalone. Now, it's just a couple words.
Right.
You don't even find-
Well, that stuff needs to be rectified, but, I mean, obviously there's some major things that they need to address, and as far as the order of the book, you know, that's
Well, they got,
kind of secondary.
we're gonna be absent for the next 2 months, it gives them lots of time to play with it.
Okay, well, let's send them a letter then.
How many pages is it?
I think it was 28
What's that?
subdivisions, how many pages it was.
They've got it down to 10.
They got it down to 10,
10 pages.
26. 26 pages.
They've got it down to 10 pages. Which is the average for codifications.
Where are you getting subdivision codification?
Streets and sidewalks. That's where it's at.
No, subdivision is the private road ordinance, or I mean, that thing in streets and sidewalk is the private road ordinance.
That's what he's talking about, right?
No,
What are you talking about?
98-02, standalone subdivisions,
Oh, the subdivision act.
Right.
Okay.
26 pages.
And that's not even ordered?
It's just a couple mentions of it. It says if you, when they use the word.
that was one of the definitions or something.
Yeah.
We looked for that last month, and we couldn't find it as well. I'm certainly hoping we'll look again. Well, we can ask them if they did anything with that standalone. Maybe they'll say they condensed it
Well-
into something, but.
Paul, what did the board do when they found out they were missing a lot of things after the codification? Was it over the 30 days, so they just didn't push the issue, or
They don't
is
do
someone
anything.
scared to ask them why they changed what we gave them, or?
I have no idea what.
I don't think they know anything was missing. I think they think.
Well, they think everything's in here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 60 days, and it's over the 60 days, but,
I mean, has anyone went to that company and said, hey,
when we were down at our conference in January, Carol Ann, I believe, was supposed to talk to him, her and Cindy Minnie, I believe. And the people, you know, like, everything's there, you know, what do you mean? You know, there's no reason not to adopt it. That's what they keep coming back to me at. And, hey, you know, I'm here for Bill Bass, we got Georgia Baldwin, you know, everybody's got different ideas, and I don't know.
I just wonder if it
Bill
be...
Bash's original comments and Georgia Baldwin was into the township prior to the time frame that they were supposed to do, you know, have the comments back, and never got forwarded to the
But they got,
application people.
they had Georgia review it when she wasn't even working here.
I noticed that too,
That
by the
was
date.
just because, I don't know, if maybe Mike was talking to Doug Hannon, and he said that, you know,
No, the township paid to have that review that.
we paid Georgia to do it, but I don't know, Mike must have been talking to Doug or something. You know,
She wasn't-
you know,
she
Georgia's
wasn't-
got, you know, she's taking all kinds of training classes, and
Yeah,
I don't wanna say she's got a degree, I don't know what she's got, but she's got a lot of similar stuff that Mike Riley has.
You think it's as simple as, here, these are the comments
Condominiums.
that we got?
They have these,
condominium is,
they've had some.
condominium is part of the general.
It's gonna
ordinance.
take a little bit of.
Yeah, I'm saying, that's where it said that if you,
How they
Yeah.
did it?
condominium subdivision, equivalent to the term
But I mean,
subdivision.
can't the board simply
Well, I'm
go to
gonna
them?
have to see if I can talk to these people myself.
I mean,
And with Caroline or whatever, you know, whether it's.
you know, if they're worth that, then you're gonna say, whoa, we screwed up.
Yeah.
See, this,
Or,
camera here, this one right here. Page 29,
Well, that's it.
What section is it?
15.
That's in the land use section.
Yeah, condominium subdivision at the very bottom, that definition.
Well, condominium subdivision and a subdivision are not the same thing.
But they're saying that it is in here.
All right, well, just have to see what we can do. We can sit here all night again.
Yeah, go through it again, yeah.
So, right. You gonna do a motion to send it back to be fixed, or you just want me to just try and get it done, or
Well,
what do you?
I probably should be a motion.
I don't need a motion.
You don't think it needs it?
No, I just gotta sit down and talk to Caroline myself.
Might be their approach.
I don't know, wait till he talks to Caroline, and then if you think we need to do the letter, we'll send the letter.
Why don't you let me see what I can find out here, and hopefully
Okay.
we can come back with something in September. We're not meeting anyhow, right?
No, during
Yeah.
July and August.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Handle it that way, let's go. I don't want to spend more time on it. Till we got something better.
Yeah. So, you're gonna, I'm gonna talk to him now. So if I know what to do the letter
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need copies of that stuff.
Sure. We get you copies of that, whatever you want. So what do we gotta do with these now?
We
Do you initial them?
I don't know if these,
Well, I think really.
That's all we ever really did, was
We,
just tell them initialed. This isn't really.
don't you have to, approval letters, what you gotta have, isn't it?
Yeah, I already did that.
we do our,
We don't have any further.
right?
Huh?
We do our meetings at the beginning of the year, right? For next year.
Yeah,
We're good till December, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
We're gonna have to do
No
that
problem.
last time too, or not?
So
Okay, so we just need a
we should
motion
be
to
good,
adjourn.
good to September then.
Yep.
Nothing pending?
Nope.
But we could have a special meeting if somebody wants.
If somebody, yeah.
if you wanna start something.
Mr. Abernathy wants to open a business or something.
Well, it looks like it's pretty simple now, there's
Just one paragraph.
No, that's not the document.
oh.
Yeah, meeting adjourned.
No, I got a motion here.
I do make the stuff away.
I'll second it, yeah.
Who made the motion?
I did.
You can't.
All right, I made the motion.
All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Well, you can't even do
I don't think the chair can do that.
it. Mine does it all the time.
I'll second it. Okay, 9:20.
Someday I'll bring.